I think they're boycotting us. They won't let us go in the garden.
Yeah, welcome to Matt and Sarah's funny farm. Goodness sakes, it's so loud out here. Everybody's starving or something?
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel for our last garden tour.
Yeah.
Of 2022.
Yeah.
Now the animals are going to get loud again on us.
Tried to give them some food and some water and it's just not working. I think we've moved on from like homestead to more, we seem more legit, more farmier now. So loud.
Funny farmish.
So I haven't gotten a chance to deadhead any flowers yet, and all our zinnias right here, these were all planted with seeds I saved the year before. So I'm hoping that since we're just coming out of our very first freeze, and a lot of these died not because they were naturally dying, but because of the frost. I'm sorry, our first frost, I should say. Because they were coming out of our first frost. So I'm hoping I can still deadhead them, save seeds for next year, because this was just really nice and beautiful to have all these seeds. And then I've been saving this cucumber down here, and it was pretty protected, so it's doing well, but I'm finally going to pick it. Now if you want to know why I'm picking this giant yellow cucumber, it's because if you want to save seeds from cucumbers, you wait until they are overripe, and I think this is as close as I'm going to get. We've got our laying hens free ranging, and it's only a matter of time before they find this thing. So I'm gonna bring that in the house today. Well, we are blessed. It is just the most beautiful day today for us to be out here. And we've got a few other things going on in the house, so we won't be able to fully clean up the garden today. But our weather is just going to be getting colder from here on out. But you can see all our plants, for the most part, are dying. So, got tomato plants. We pulled all our tomatoes off last week. And now it's just a matter of cleaning up the plants, cleaning up all the tomatoes that spilled, and that. Same with our peppers. We pulled pretty much all our hot pepper plants out. The bell pepper plants are still in here. We're hoping to still transplant one of those. The plants look sad, but a pepper plant is alive as long as the inside is alive. So got a little bit there.
What's kind of cool is everything that was underneath the pear tree survived and didn't get frost damage, or if it did, it got very little frost damage. So it just shows what a little bit of cover would do. If we had a tarp for this whole garden, we'd have stretched it and put it across the whole thing, but it's just not going to happen.
Where we have our second round of beans planted, this area here, these beans, I think we got 2, maybe 3 pickings off of them. Usually we hope for 4, so not quite as much as we hope for. But these plants are coming out because shortly we'll be planting garlic in this same area.
One thing that didn't matter, if the frost didn't matter, was the celery. Celery pulled through like it was no big deal. And we harvest some already, and we're going to be harvesting again. And it's like it never got up to snuff. And again, it all goes back to, we don't know if it's a sun issue or fertilizer. I'm leaning more towards fertilizer, so this year I'm cleaning out the chicken coop and I'm going to put it on this half. And we're going to see how that does next year. One thing I forgot when the frost came was to pick the comfrey, and I didn't do it. I didn't get to it in time. Totally spaced. We had enough going on and I forgot all about it. So I won't be making comfrey tea, which is a bummer, but I'll have to wait until next year. So what I did is, they were dying, so I put the pigs in here, and I'm letting them clean out all these weeds. And if we get another load of wood chips, I'm gonna put wood chips really heavy in here for the trees to help this stay good soil and bring it back for the trees. So hopefully we can start getting peaches. But man, those peach trees are looking good. I might fence these just so I know the deer aren't gonna come around. Now the onions, they don't mind a little bit of frost. They actually prefer cooler weather. So they did just fine, and the leeks down there did just fine. And what I've noticed is some of these onions are getting bigger and they're growing a lot more. And these are the ones that were slow this year. So it's kind of weird how this is all just now taking off and getting big.
So we got some fresh dill coming up where we had that one batch of onions here. These got pulled a long time ago. Even though we have some onions in, lots got pulled out. But fresh dill coming up. I guess we're gonna maybe save that for dill weed. I still haven't done anything with this elderberry plant. I don't know, it's growing into the ground. The other pot that I showed you that was dying a while back, it completely died, and then all of a sudden up came another sprout. So I think I'm gonna be able to salvage that. And then lots of deadheading for flowers and things over here I can still do. But we moved most of the herbs into the greenhouse. So I still need to take care of lots of our garlic. I've got some set aside for planting, but I want to tie up the rest because right now it's using my big drying rack where I want my herbs. So I've already cut a whole basketful and dried of parsley like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So that's really neat that this is doing so well. Sage, I want to cut more of this. And then we've got, I can never tell the difference, rosemary and thyme, which one is which, but they are doing well. I can definitely be harvesting lots of this. And the fennel, that the bees and the hornets always love the fennel. But lots to harvest off of here.
Now what we've been doing so far with cold nights here, you can see anything touching the plastic will die because of the frost. But the plants are still doing healthy. We're still getting tomatoes off of them. They're fine, and we'll keep this going until you get a really hard freeze. And the other thing I do is I water it pretty heavily right now because I want to make sure everything has enough moisture in here. That also puts a lot of heat, brings back into here, and keeps it nice and humid. The other day it was, the high was, I think it was around 60, and it wasn't going to be sunny. It was going to be partly cloudy or mostly cloudy. I kept the window shut and I kept the door shut, and it stayed about 80, 75 to 80 in here on and off throughout the day, and that was perfect. And it's just enough to keep these tomatoes going, I think. As far as the spinach goes, it's all coming in fairly good. There's a lot of spots that it's not, but I think it was the voles. I think they got in here, and I think they're eating. Now, once the freeze comes and it's freezing every night and all day, when these die, cobweb floating around in here. When these die, I'm going to take these out, and we're just going to leave whatever carrots are left in here grow. I'm not going to do anything to this bed otherwise. We're going to leave it, and then next year we're going to start, I think we're going to put our seed starts in here and put some heated mats or something. We're going to use this bed differently for next year, being the carrots didn't work out, and go that route. So just try something new.
We got some melons, technically. Matt's got a couple. There's a couple that are on the ground. They're super tiny that we're not even going to pick. Hey, maybe they'll grow melons next year is what we're thinking. But no pumpkins came up over here. So, I don't know what that's about.
Water.
But water. Aren't pumpkins like super heavy feeders? I know watermelon are.
I know they all need a lot more water.
Yeah, for sure. We did have some pumpkins pop up on the other side of the greenhouse. So we can throw some footage of them in over here. But I'm ready to go in the house. It's kind of hot out today.
Yeah, it's going to be 77 tomorrow too. And then drop down in the 50s. Hope you guys liked the little tour. Sad, but
yeah, it's the end.
Good, bitter, but sweet.
We'll probably still have a few things to show you in the greenhouse. And a few of you have asked if we'll try to grow some things in the house. So we'll try.
Yeah. See how busy and what time we have, I guess.
I know, right?
Life happens, right? Glad you guys see us again.
Bye.
Bye.